Hi, I'm Becky and welcome to my channel. I'm an outdoor enthusiast who has a deep love and connection to nature and the great outdoors. I involve myself in multiple outdoor adventures such as through hiking, bikepacking, bushcraft, canoeing, pack rafting and overlanding, which is the newest of hobbies. I recently bought this old Land Rover Discovery to convert and travel in. And oh my, it's been an awesome and very interesting process that still continues. I hope you enjoy my videos and make sure to subscribe to follow the journey. In this video, you will see me heading back up to Scotland to take on another human-powered adventure. I hope you enjoy. Hello, I am now in Inverness, which is one of the big cities in North Scotland after an 8-hour train journey. So I'm feeling a little bit zombified, but so good to be here and I'm so happy it stopped raining. Just cycling along this little cycle path out of Inverness and then I'll catch up with you in a bit. So happy to be starting another trail, the Badger Divide. Oh, never again. The beginning of the trail took me through the historic city of Inverness. Leaving there, I picked up the Great Glen Way, which is a famous Scottish trail. I have literally just stopped for a little sit down. It's not my day today, and I think it's been one of the worst starts to a trail that I've had. I've just had so many nightmares, and it's just really not my day. So I had an 8-hour train journey today, which obviously isn't the best, from Chester to Inverness. Inverness is the start point of this trail, or start or end depending where you're doing it from. So I'll be riding from Inverness to Glasgow, and it's about 210 miles, and yeah, so north to south, and it will be epic. It looks so epic. I'm currently, I'd say, 5 miles into it, hardly anything. I got off the train and my brake pads were severely rubbing, like really bad, so it was making it so hard to turn the wheel, my rear wheel, and also it was just making awful noises. So I thought I'd better go to a bike shop if any are open. So I went to Highland Bikes. They were amazing. They were just shutting the gate to close and shut down for the night. It was about 5:30 at this point. And they kindly looked at my gears and tried to suss out what was wrong with them, because they didn't even really know what was going on. Eventually they sort of solved it, but it isn't fully fixed, so there definitely is a lot more resistance on that rear wheel, but I'm just gonna have to live with it. So I think that's from where I've taken my rear wheel off and my front wheel off yesterday to get into a car to drop me off at the train station, and your levers get touched. So I think the levers must have touched the car whilst I was putting it into the back of the car. But luckily they managed to sort it somehow, and it seems to be running a little bit better, but I'm not sure if it's fully fixed. So the time now is 7:30. I picked up a Subway for dinner. That was all I could see in Inverness, what I rode past. So I've got myself a little sandwich from Subway, which I'm going to eat. And then just as I was riding out of Inverness, all the trail was shut off as there's new houses being built. So there was just loads of gates blocking the actual trail. So I had to go round the houses to get back on the trail.
Hunting alone.
Look at my camp spot tonight. This is unbelievable, and it's been absolutely beautiful. And now I feel like I'm in Canada. It is stunning. Here is my camp spot. I should give you a little view, but look at this. This is made up for today, even though I've had a slight bit of dramas. Got a fire pit, which I'm probably not going to light actually, and then some logs to sit on, so I might sit out here for a little bit till it gets dark, and then my camp spot. And as you can see, I've got a new tent. I haven't got my Farrell Nabisco with me. I've got the big Agnes bikepacking tent. That's not the only new thing. I've got some new kit and new bikepacking bags to go on my Specialised Diverge. And I just had a bit of a change of heart. I was in love with them Ortleb panniers that I used to have, but when you're doing bikepacking and you're going off-road, they can just be carnage. They're just so heavy, they're so hard and bulky to lug about, and you're just carrying so much weight. And I think that was a big reason why I used to puncture on my rear wheel. But I've got these bikepacking bags from Apidura, and they are ace, they are brilliant. But yeah, it's been a beautiful evening. I'm all set up, and I'll probably eat the rest of that Subway that I bought. So I'll be riding some of the Great Glen Way and some of the West Highland Way and other bits and bobs to make my way all the way down to Glasgow. So it's quite a big chunk and a big distance, and it's mainly off-road tracks. You barely go on the road, so it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. Getting chilly now, really chilly. I'm just going to sort my gear out. I've taken all the bikepacking bags off my bike because it's meant to rain tomorrow, so I thought I'm going to be lazy and pack up in here and then just whack them straight back onto my bike. But it's nice that all my gear's in my tent and it all fits in this vestibule, so it's perfect. And there's also little bits on this tent where you can store extra stuff, and like a helmet outside. There's a proper strap for it. If you can see there, the helmet is strapped to the tent, which is a design on this tent, which is awesome. Good morning. I've just woken up, opened up my door, and it stopped raining, which is a bonus. Slept really well last night, tried out my new quilt. I also wore my layers to stay warm because I've recently been ill, so I don't want to get ill again or lower my immune system. So I've wrapped up, prepared, and had my quilt. But yeah, this will be my official day one on the Badger Divide, so it should be awesome. Obviously yesterday I really didn't clock any miles, so it was just pretty much a ride out of Inverness. I've been going along the Great Glen Way and following them signposts, as well as using the Komoot app on my phone. Time now is 8:20, so I'm going to carry on. I'll probably have a proper breakfast in Fort Augustus, which was 30 miles away from my camp spot, and then from there head on to the Corriac Pass, I think that's how you say it. So I'm actually surprised how well set up the Great Glen is. I've never done the Great Glen. I've done bits of it last year when I was doing Lee Jog, but as you can see it says on that sign camping and water, and that is like everything you want to hear if you've run out of water or you need somewhere to camp, like campsite. That place has also got food and a little cafe as well, so that is ideal if you're running low on food or water or you need somewhere to camp. I just stopped at the local village store in, I've forgotten the name. I'll try and jot it down if I can remember. But I stopped there. They were really lovely. They filled my water bottles up and even washed them, which is so kind. And I got myself a sandwich and a bottle of Coke that I've got in the side pouch. So yeah, it's all going well. I think at the start of the day, I started off with just like a shit mentality and I wasn't in a good frame of mind. And as the day's gone on, I've just felt so much better. I'm not sure if it's because I was hungry or what happened with yesterday, or I just haven't done a solo trip like this for a long while and it's just adapting again. I'm not sure, but I feel amazing now. I'm really ecstatic to be on the trail. And I also met a couple guys who are doing the Badger Divide also, and it was just nice to actually see cyclists on this trail, because all day I've mainly seen hikers doing the Great Glen Way. So yeah, it was lovely seeing some fellow bike packers with gravel bikes and the bike bags. Weather is insane. It is absolutely amazing. I've had to strip down to like the base layer because I was just too hot. This is the Pactamo base layer, and I've also got the Pactamo bib shorts, which I highly recommend. I've just been to Fort Augustus and got myself a roll, bacon roll with black pudding and egg. And then I had that whilst I caught up on some work bits I had to do by today, which was a bit annoying. And it left me being there for about an hour and a half. So yeah, going up this pass now, it is a big bit of the Badger Divide that people talk about being very difficult and remote. This is hard going. Oh, my legs are gone. These hiker bike bits that kill you, just pushing your bike with little cleats on. I just feel completely bonked. Oh, never again. Oh. Just made it to the top of the pass and I fragged. That was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I made it though. So after that absolutely grueling climb and a really gnarly descent, I've made it to a bothy. I wasn't expecting to find a bothy here, but found one and it's ideal, and I've just set up my tent outside. So yeah, there's some people inside and there's also someone who's doing the Badger Divide in reverse who's camping outside also. Beautiful evening. Really enjoyed today's ride, even though it's probably one of the hardest cycles I've done. Right, so this up here is actually the pass that I've come down, and oh, it was a drag. It was really gnarly, big rocks, and I was just sending it. But the worst part was the climb. Oh my god, it just never felt like it was going to end. I met a couple of other people who were bikepacking the same route, and they were like, core blimey, this is tough. But we just kept sending it, hiker biking and just getting on when you could. And when I hit the top, it was like such a relief. Right, food is going on. Got a spag bowl tonight. While my food's cooking and Brian's laughing at me, I'll give you a quick tour of this little bothy. So there's a big room in here with a fireplace. And then back here is another room. There's some people staying in here, so they got their stuff in there. And then over we go to this direction. Still laughing at me. We've got the upstairs. So this is a big bothy. I remember staying in a 2-man boffy the other night and it was so cramped. So this is ideal. There's another room through there, and then you've got this room as well. So there's so many rooms in here, but we both decided to camp outside because it's nice to stay in a tent, and it's a nice night for it anyway. It's not raining or anything, otherwise I would have been tempted. Try not to fall down these stairs with my cleats. And then, beautiful view. It's absolutely stunning. And we've got a nice sunset. Yeah, there's my tent, and then Brian's tent and his bike. So yeah, get some food on. I'm so hungry now. What you got tonight, Brian?
Tonight we have special couscous.
Ooh.
With added seasoning of Co-op's fajita seasoning special mix,
Yeah,
to make it lovely and spicy.
you don't mess about, do you?
You're going to be famous, you know. This is the trick, you know.
Good morning. It is day 2 on the Badger Divide. What a beautiful day. Time is 6:30. I'm just packing away now. Slept so well last night. It's a beautiful spot here. Gonna put some wet socks on, wet shoes on. Good morning! I am riding along such a remote, quiet road. It's probably the quietest road I've ever seen. Completely dead. It's 7:30 and I've left the boffy, left Brian and the people staying in the boffy, and on the trail again. Right, I've just stopped for some water and the sandwiches I bought yesterday. It is super hot again today, like unbelievably hot. It is crazy. So I've just stopped on the side of the trail, gonna have this and then continue on. And my next place to stop will be the youth hostel, which sits on Loch Ocken, I think it's called. So there's a little youth hostel there, and then from there I think I'm going to go to Cromer station. It's the highest train station in either Scotland or the UK. I'm not sure which one, but they have a nice cafe there, so I'll probably stop and get some. And you can see why they've called it the Badger Divide, because they're referring to the Badger Divide, I think, that's in California. And this stage today looks like California with the sun, the trees, the gravel. It is intense heat as well. This pass here is what I did on the GB Divide last year, and that was an amazing route. But if you see this bit, I actually got a puncture because I was running tubes. I'm now tubeless, which is made all the difference. Game changer. But if you see here, I got completely midged out and I was to the point of nearly screaming. And to be able to stand here now and just soak it up and look at the view and still be warm is just something else. Also, I got recognised at the station, so thank you. I've forgotten your name, but if you're watching this, thank you for coming over. I know you were doing a Monroe today and you were staying in the area, camping out and staying at the station, but it was lovely meeting you.
And maybe we'll see you on Sunday night.
Brilliant. It's lovely to meet
Lovely
you both.
to meet
If you ever do anything exciting, let us know. We're up for it.
See you guys. I think I was last with you talking to the camera near Lochasane, near the youth hostel, and I'd just been to Coror station. I actually met at the station while I was there eating my food two guys that had been cycling the Badger yesterday and that were doing the pass at the same time, and we were all in agony. We rode together for quite a while and it was really lovely having some company and like-minded people who like bikepacking.
There is a life I lead in this.
Excuse my lips, they're a bit sunburnt, so I can't really smile that well. As well as my legs. It's awful. I should have bought sun cream, but I did not expect it to be like what it has been. Currently got some food on, just got my water on to cook my freeze-dried meal. And on tonight's menu we have chicken tikka with rice from Summit to Eat. Lovely jubbly. What a beautiful spot. It is beautiful. I didn't make it to Killing. I just knew I wasn't going to make it. I got here about 7, half 7, and decided to pitch here because it's a lovely woodland spot. And also my ankles were killing me. I don't know what that is. I've never had that cycling, but my ankles are aching. So I'm going to have this stretch and recover, get an early night. But yeah, beautiful day, absolutely mint. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Episode 2 will be coming very shortly. Thank you to all my Patreons for making this possible and everybody for supporting me on this journey. Take care and I will see you in the next video.